Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm not sure if I've mentioned this. Probably I've mentioned this a lot over and over again. Anyway, so I live in a small community, and I've pretty much become the local crazy cat lady. We don't have any sort of SPCA or anything like that in our area, and a lot of these cats need rescuing or sheltering or spaying and neutering and things of that nature. So um, I've been talking to a lot of cat people. People have been adopting cats for me or helping out with the cats here. And a question that I get a lot, either when people ask on Facebook about a cat who's up for adoption, or when I see other people saying, "Oh yeah, my cat just had kittens," blah blah blah. One of the first things they'll say is, "Oh well, are they litter trained?" If your 8-week-old cat is not litter trained, you're doing something wrong. Anyway, so litter box habits are probably one of, or I should say bad litter box habits, are one of the biggest reasons why cats are brought to shelters. Um, Here we don't see a lot of cats that have been relinquished by people. We have another rescue that kind of deals with those cats. I do mostly ferals, abandoned cats, drop-offs, and the pregnant moms. So I get all the nasties. Yay me. Um, so litter box habits are something that you want your cat to learn from day one, and you never want them to forget. Um, so most people are like, "Hey, Red, how do I keep my cat from being all over my house?" It's a very simple concept, actually. So rule number one: don't declaw your cat. I have a huge beef with people who just think, "Oh well, we're just going to declaw our cat," and I'm like, "You no." There's nothing okay with ripping the last digits out of your cat's fingers. I don't care if they use a laser. I don't care if they give you painkillers. The fact of the matter is that it has been shown to cause a lot of damage over time, and I like my fingers as much as the next person. So, although decline can cause a lot of problems, I'm not going to get into all the problems it can cause, like arthritis and nastiness and other things like that. You want a cat attitude reason. Why would you take that away? Sir? So, when a cat is declawed, their fingers are amputated. So they essentially look like this afterwards. So they're missing like the last digits of their fingers. Ouch. So for an animal who walks on their toes to step into a box of sand that hurts, they're not ever going to want to go back in there. Ow. And I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to step into that either if you just cut my toes out. So a lot of cats will associate stepping into an ouchie litter box um, with being declawed, like, because, ow, it hurts, so why would I want to go back there? So they'll poop beside the litter box or whatever. Um, so this kind of, if you don't want your cat to not like the litter box, then make it a good place to be. If you don't chop the toes off your cat, it's not going to hurt to step into the litter box, which will encourage your cat to go there instead of trying to keep it away from the litter box. Another thing that I think kind of goes with the next one, and people kind of get confused with this, is the difference between spraying and peeing on the floor. So this kind of has two things. So if your cat is spraying, and like that would also go with not using the litter box. There's a few reasons why they would be marking their territory. First, an unneutered male is more likely to pee all over the place, to say, "This is mine, this is mine, this is also mine." It's just the way that a cat works. Intact dogs tend to be a little better with this than intact cats, just because of the whole hierarchy of dogs. Dogs are den animals. Cats tend to go into different dens. Dogs are taught to go outside, so to pee inside is usually something that doesn't even cross their mind, whereas a cat already pees inside, so what's the difference between peeing in there and spraying the wall? Having your cat neutered is one of the easiest ways to even, just to totally prevent this. Now, that isn't to say that I haven't met intact cats who have never sprayed. I actually had one that was here I don't know what was wrong with Harrison, but Harrison um, failed at being a boy. I actually watched one of our cats and he stick her butt in his face, and he just looked at me like, I don't know what this crazy lady's doing, but I don't get it. So, having your cat neutered is going to keep them from peeing on everything in an attempt to mark their territory. Now, some people like to do it as soon as they can. I recommend waiting as long as you can. It's all a personal preference, and it really does depend on your cat as well. So having your cat neutered will help to keep them from peeing on things, or just from spraying things. Now, on the flip side, there is peeing on things. Now, you'll usually see this on a thing of laundry or in the sink. Some people tell me that their cats pee in the bathtub. My cat, for some weird reason, if he can't get to his litter box, he'll pee in the bathtub. I don't know why the bathtub, but hey, it's easy to clean, fine. So you need to differentiate between the two. Now, the second would be a form of inappropriate litter box habit. They're peeing on something instead of in a litter box. Now, again, there are a few reasons for this. One that I see not as common is the use of scented litter or a different kind of litter that your cat doesn't like. So if you normally use clay and you switch to pine pellets, your cat may not like that and completely avoid the litter box. Other cats don't care. My cat Bridges does not care. So long as it's in the box, he'll pee on it. It doesn't necessarily mean he'll bury it and particularly enjoy it, but he will go in the box. We usually stick to Sweet Scoop. I like it. He likes it. We're perfect. One of our cats at home does not like scented litter. She will not go into a box if it has scented litter, even if it's a strongly scented, like a strong smell that the litter has, not particularly perfume. So we did try like a pine-based one, and she didn't like that. We've tried, like, we can't even go near perfume litters. I don't blame her, they smell raunchy anyway. So, you know, that's something that you're going to want to keep in mind when you're picking out a litter, is if your cat is particular with those kinds of things. Some cats don't like pellets, some cats prefer pellets, some cats prefer paper, some cats don't like clay. It really just depends on your cat. So make sure that the litter that you're using is agreeable to your cat and not just to you, because a lot of people will say, oh, well, I'm the boss and I'm the owner and he should just go there. Well, you're fighting a losing battle. If you want your cat to be in the box, then use something that your cat enjoys going pee on. Something that you can add to the box to help facilitate a change, which you should do gradually if your cat is particular about what is in the box to go on. There's this stuff that you can get, it's called Cat Attract, and it's something that you sprinkle on top. Now, if you have a really bad case of your cat peeing where it shouldn't pee, you can actually get litter from the same company that is specifically scented to make cats want to pee in it. If you're just doing a change, then I would go with the sprinkly stuff just to kind of facilitate things and encourage your cat to continue peeing there. Now, the other thing, and I see this problem a lot, and I've kind of come up with a phrase for it, is if you want your cat to be an immaculate litter box user, then you need to be an immaculate litter box cleaner. Let's face it, if you went into a bathroom and somebody pooped in the toilet and didn't flush, would you use the toilet? Probably not. You would be grossed out and you would find another stall. At least that's what I do. I cannot blame a cat for not going in the litter box if it's disgusting. I don't blame them at all. Picture it. Think about this. Picture yourself walking into your bathroom and the toilet has been pooped in like 3 times and peed in, and nobody has bothered to wipe the seat or flush the toilet, and you know there's toilet paper all over the ground. What would you do? You would go outside, or you would pee by the door. You wouldn't want to go in there. So your cat is very much the same. If your cat can't get into the litter box and dig around and find a spot without stepping on 8 piles of poop, I don't blame them for not wanting to go to the bathroom. So People will ask me, well, how often should I scoop my litter box, Loren? How often do you flush your toilet? Every time you go. So if you want your cat, if you're trying to encourage your cat to go in the litter box, then you need to make sure that that litter box is as exciting as possible. And that means making sure your litter box is clean. Now, some people will say, oh no, you have to leave a couple piles of poop and pee in there so they know where to go. Trust me, your cat's sense of smell is so much better than yours. Even clay touching a clump of pee will remain the same smell. No, don't worry about it. If your cat pees in the litter box, perfect. Let him bury it, scoop it out, and carry on, my wayward son. So, there's that. Now, I do know cats who have refused to use the litter box in an attempt to keep a particular family member or pet away from them. Even if you haven't declawed your cat and you clean the litter box and you've tried different litters, they still persist with that particular person. Now, this is a more of a behavioral thing, in the sense of psychologically than a litter box thing. So they could be trying to get rid of this particular person because they don't like them. So you need to change the relationship with that person, and not particularly the litter box. You might want to keep your cat in a room or put the litter box somewhere where this person isn't able to get to, so that they feel safe going to the litter box. Like if you have your litter box in the middle of your living room and your cat won't come upstairs, well, you're just asking for trouble. The other thing that I recommend if your cat is not using the litter box for whatever reason is to get a bigger litter box. If you have a 20-pound cat in a tiny little litter box, you're going to have problems. One of my favorite litter box pans, I guess you would call them, are sweater boxes. They're really shallow and they're huge. So I have quite a few cats here that a lot of them stay in their own respective kennels. During the day, they're allowed to romp around. At night, we have 4 that stay out, and they're allowed to kind of wander around. They're all females, so we don't have any problems with reproducing. And we use 1 large sweater box. So I clean it before I leave, and I clean it again in the morning. Now, my 3-piece rule usually gets thrown out the window overnight, because I'm not here to clean it, and we have 2 particular cats who are a little bit more nervous about coming up the stairs during the day when there's a lot of people coming in and out. So they tend to go to the bathroom a lot at night. That's fine. We do have a large enough litter box to accommodate everyone, and it's never overflowing. So if you find that you can't clean your litter box as often, or you have a big cat or you have multiple cats, you might want to consider just getting a huge litter box. So there you go, some litter box tips to make sure your cat pees in the litter box and you don't come crying and, I don't know what to do. I pull my hair out because I don't know what to do with my cat because he won't pee in the litter box. So there you go. Help your cat to pee in the litter box. See you next time.